Welcome back to the Stay Onside Football Podcast. I'm your host Christian, and with me as always is Chris and Brody. Boys, I'm on top of the world. How are you boys feeling after that week?
I wouldn't say top of the world, mid-table I'd say, but I hear you.
Getting sick of looking at that grin. Not used to this. Usually we're the ones smiling over here, not the other way around.
Yeah, I like seeing him sad. It's better.
Yeah.
Oh, what a week.
Shocking week. Alright. You know what? Let's just get into it. Game week 3 review. Bring it up.
Oh, sorry. Let's go the other one first. There we go. Tottenham versus Wolverhampton started off the weekend. Tottenham winning 1-0. Clinical 1-0 win at home.
Yeah, this was the early game, so I'm pretty sure we all watched this one. Wasn't really impressed with Tottenham this game. Like, I don't know, they seemed like they were flat against a Wolves team that's been pretty poor. But other than that, Harry Kane did what Harry Kane does best and found himself in a great position off a corner to get the winning goal.
Look familiar.
Yeah, but I wasn't really impressed with Tottenham, but they get the win, they get the 3 points, so they're happy, they're cheering.
Moving on, we've got Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. Crystal Palace winning 3-1 this game, doing well, like I predicted them to do this season. It's good to see him doing well. And Aston Villa, Steven Gerrard, another loss for him.
I know, surely he's on the chopping block. He's going to be all eyes will be watching him. Their defense has been shocking all season, so I don't know what's going on there. Like, I thought with the signing of Carlos in the back line, I thought that's a good improvement, but I don't know. Something's going on.
It's not looking good for Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa. He's got now a worse record. It was tied with Gary Neville. Now he's got a worse record than Gary Neville at Valencia, so it's not looking good for him. Moving on, Everton Nottingham 1-1 draw.
That was impressive.
It was a pretty predictable 1-1 draw. Me and Brody guessed the score of this game. Both goals coming really late, so we tipped that one right. But oh man, it was depressing for our FPL. Me and Brody both brought in, we both brought in Nico Williams, the little cheapie, to get the result. Thought we had the clean sheet, and then Demario Gray had to break our hearts in the 88th minute with a breakaway goal. So spewing about that result, but 1-1. Yeah, it was very predictable.
Then we got a high-scoring thriller. What an end! What a starter it was, and what an end! A very early goal and a very late goal.
Yeah, I didn't watch this game. I was pretty disappointed they did. It looked like a great game for the freaking Serbian King Mitrovic, 90th minute winner. Jeez, he's killing it. I didn't expect him to be on fire. I know he killed it in the championship, but man, he's killing it in the Premier League too. So we'll see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, it looks like his 40 goal season over. His form over. Then we got Leicester and Southampton. Leicester scored first. Looks like they're going to be all right. And then Southampton had other plans. Leicester's still struggling this season.
Yeah, it was a beautiful free kick for Maddison earlier. Oh, no, sorry. Free kick for Maddison. Yeah. But yeah, unfortunately, it wasn't enough. That last goal by Shea Adams in the 84th minute, that was a clean volley. He did good to get to that ball. It was a great goal, but great result for Southampton. Leicester looking pretty poor.
Is Brendan Rodgers another one that's on the chopping block? Do you reckon?
Well, yeah, exactly. You're hoping. Yeah, that's your prediction. So you're hoping.
I don't know. I don't hope anyone loses their job, but don't wish that up on anyone. But yeah,
I think I recall you saying that about every United manager in the past 2 years.
Oh no, definitely not. No, definitely not me.
Never.
Moving on, I think this was one of the only Saturday night games that I watched because I was out. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Arsenal, a very convincing performance away from home, as predicted. Martin only got to getting 2 early goals, and again, Arsenal just look like they're flying.
Yeah, Saliba's goal was nice for a centre back.
Yeah, I was going to say Saliba's got a roller coaster.
Serious, some curl on that ball.
And Zinchenko's reaction.
I love Zinchenko's reaction. Saliba from last week scoring an own goal, and this week scoring a screamer. He's having a roller coaster at Arsenal, but he's loving life. Yeah, he's
not stop scoring.
He's doing great, man. What a goal! I'm surprised Jesus didn't get on the score sheet. I think there was one chance where Odegaard actually took it off his foot. Jesus
Yeah,
got
oh,
the
yeah,
for it, but
yeah.
he's not complaining too much. But yeah, from an FPL side of view, I was surprised to not see Jesus on the score
No
sheet.
score sheet. Yeah. Well, he came close. I think he did score, but it was disallowed for offside.
Yeah.
Move on. We'll skip this one. We'll come back to the.
Oh yeah, we'll skip it for the whole night.
Yeah, let's skip that last one too.
Brighton versus West Ham. West Ham's another one having a shocker season along with Leicester.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with West Ham. I did not expect them to be in 0 points this far into the season. I don't know.
You think...
I had them to finish 7th. So...
Yeah, I think I have them 7th as well. But
Jeez.
yeah, you think at home. I know Brighton. We all said Brighton's good defensively this season. But you think at home.
Yeah, we're...
good, but not that good.
Yeah, Brighton. I don't know. Brighton are looking insane this season. There's plenty of teams that have lost. Like, we're going to get to Leeds, but there's been teams that have gotten rid of their star players and they're just performing week in, week out. So
yeah,
you gotta love the Premier League for that.
And then game of the weekend. I'm so glad I stayed up to watch this one. Newcastle was Manchester City. It looked like Newcastle were home and hosed. I was messaging in the group chat. I know you boys were asleep, but I was still messaging.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Man City in the mud.
Man City in the mud. It's done. When Newcastle went 3-1 up, I thought it was going to be all over, but Haaland and Bernardo Silva had other things to say about it.
Well, City scored early on, and it looked like it was just going to be another typical City win. We go, here we go, early goal, done dusted, and then out of nowhere, Newcastle just put on. Big Almiron shoving it into Grealish's face after his comments from last season, getting the goal. He's cheering. And then, that free kick from Trippier, no one's saving that. What a beautiful free kick. Jeez, top corner. No one's saving that. Don't care who's in goal. You don't stop that. But yeah,
100%.
Great game. Battle of the richest. 3-3 draws. Like that's what money buys you. Games like that.
That's what money buys.
And I'm sorry we have to do this, Chris.
All right, boys, I'm head out. Oh man, what the heck? What the actual? Before I rip into Chelsea, let's shout out to Leeds, man. Jeez, they simply outplayed us.
You're turning it on, eh?
There's no, we can't take it like all the news is looking at Chelsea, like what's going on at Chelsea, but you gotta give a round of applause to Leeds. They just simply outplayed us. They were faster, they were fitter, they were smarter, they were stronger. They just outmuscled everyone in that Chelsea team. And that press was insane. I thought when Bielsa left, I thought we weren't going to see that pressing mentality from Leeds, but geez, Marsh has come in and I know he's just made him look so much more impressive. So he's crazy stuff what he's doing there. Rodrigo up top, filling in for Bamford. He's just killing up there. I can't even see him losing that spot when Bamford comes back. So they're going to have their partnership that they had in the preseason. Yeah, Leeds looking good. I had them to relegate this season and they're proving me wrong. So
yeah, I think I have them 17th.
I have them relegated.
And here they are, putting three goals on my team.
Liverpool 100% agree.
Chelsea.
Pathetic.
Oh, shocking.
I love that.
All right, well, I guess it's time to rip into Chelsea. I'm going to start with the lineup. Even before the game started, I knew it was going to be a tough game, but I didn't expect this result. And when I seen that lineup, I wasn't too impressed. I know the midfield looked weak to me. I know having Jorginho and Gallagher in there. I know Tuchel didn't really have any options with Kovacic and Kante being injured, but it just looked like a weak midfield for a team against Leeds. Reece James at right centre back never impresses me. I don't really like that. He's all right there, even though he got dunked on by Rodrigo this game. But yeah, I don't like that. It's just such a waste to have such a. He's like one of our best attacking players, even though he's a fullback. But it's such a waste to have him in centre back.
Well, I said that to you before the game. I said, sorry, I know you're about to bring up Loftus-Cheek.
Yeah.
Why? I was saying to you, one, they play James obviously in his preferred position and have Trevor Chalobah come in.
I don't know what's happening. I know Trevor Chalobah's got rumors of him on a loan move, so I don't know what's going on there. He's just signed Aspilicueta. I know he's old, but that's no excuse when you got Thiago Silva and Koulibaly in the back line too. So we've got options there. I don't know what's going on. I know I said it in pre-season that Tuchel loves Reece James as centre back. So I guess he was just sticking to his guns. But surely after this, he has to push him back because we have no flair in attack too, and at least Rich James brings a little bit of that. So, yeah, with Loftus-Cheek, he was all right in that position previously, but yeah, this game he wasn't impressing at all. I probably would have rather him be in the midfield. We needed a more of a dribbling, ball carrying, stronger midfielder than the two we had. So yeah, I wasn't really happy with the calls from Tuchel this game. Yeah, that's it with the lineup. I think it's time we talk about that Mendy mistake. What the? Man, I messaged you boys as well 3 minutes before I said to you, I can see Mendy stuffing up here.
Yeah,
like literally
Straight
3
away.
minutes straight away. He tries to do a cutback pass. I don't know what he's doing. I know he had no one to pass to, so he decides to cut back instead of just clearing the ball. And
but I think he'd done it like a couple of seconds early, a couple of minutes early, and that's why you messaged it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I could see. I don't know what he's doing. He's never been great with his feet, and he already did a cutback pass early on. And I literally said that. What's Mendy doing these cutback passes for? And he literally done it, and it led to a Leeds goal. So, man, it just after that went in. Like Chelsea were actually looking pretty good in the first 20-25 minutes. I actually thought Raheem Sterling was going to get a goal this game. He was looking all right. Mount had a shot on target, and we're looking all right. And then that mistake just straight up when that went in, we just
I think Sterling did. He got ruled out, but he did score.
Yeah, he got the ball in there. He was well offside though. So yeah, I don't know. Just typical Chelsea. Like the mentality is just very weak. Just when we go down or a goal goes in, we just collapse. This always happens. This is why we get big losses against like smaller clubs. Like no disrespect, but this happened last season with Brentford too, with a 4-1 defeat. We go 1-0 up, and then we just concede one goal and we just collapse. Like I don't know. The mentality is very weak, so I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, and then after that goal, there was no spark to Chelsea, and Leeds just ran away with it. Rodrigo and Harrison sharing a goal and assist between each other. And to top it off, Koulibaly red card. What the both yellow cards? They were just so stupid of him. The first one was he pulled their player down. There was defenders behind him, so there was no need for him to panic and pull that player down. And then at the end of the game, he just sticks an arm out as he's running across the player and gets his second yellow. So that just tops off a disappointing game. So we've had centre back issues, and now we've got another one. So I don't know what Tuchel's going to line up with this week. So we'll see what happens.
I just wanted to ask, because I realised during the game when I was watching it, the Sterling obviously had that interview that came out, I think it was last week, talking about he's happy to be, he's obviously from London, he's happy to be back in his hometown playing for the club. He said he's happy to do a job at number 9 for the club because they obviously don't have a number 9 at the minute with Werner going and Lukaku going. But during the game, I realised a couple of times, like his attitude, just throwing his hands up and being upset when he wasn't getting the ball. And is that down? Is he not happy, or is it?
Well, that comes down to Chelsea's. Yeah, that comes down to Chelsea mentality. It's just so poor. In my honest opinion, I don't think Sterling is the right fit for a number 9. He just looks like a winger. He can't play. Him being central in the field, he just doesn't look like he can play with his back to the ball and stuff. He can't play that number 9 position. I don't think anyone can in Chelsea at the moment, which is why we're like looking into plays like Aubameyang and stuff. But I think Sterling.
You've got Borja on the bench, don't you?
Yeah, we do. So I don't know. I wonder if he steps up. Like, sure, I love Havertz, but his performance is disappointing. It's just so flat. He's not a number 9. I can't see where he fits into this team.
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan, that's too far. Don't bring up the titles.
Actually, so you go, Chris.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to ask, what are your thoughts on Gallagher? I didn't think he played well. I think he just got manhandled the whole game. Yeah, doesn't look like the Palace Gallagher.
Yeah, exactly. He's a great player. We've seen what he can do for Palace, but it just doesn't look like he fits that Chelsea system.
I feel like he was given more permission to roam in the midfield at Palace. Obviously,
that's what I was going to say. He's playing more of a 6 role in this Chelsea team, and it's just I don't know if that suits him that well. He's more of an 8. He loves to go forward, so he's more of an 8, even a 10 if you want to say that. But yeah, he needs to go forward. So yeah, I don't really like that him being in number 6 in the 6th position in the 3-5-3 or whatever. 3-4-3 whatever formation they play. Just yeah, I don't know. I like Gallagher, but yeah, I just can't see him fitting into this system. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah. And also, I just want to ask as well, Thomas Tuchel, is he under pressure at the minute? Do you reckon, or was it?
Sure, I think with the whole new ownership thing, he's probably more safer than you think he would be. But surely the pressure, like we've gone big in the transfer market. I know we've lost a couple of signings, so it's always hard to get your team set with new signings coming in. But surely the pressure's coming. Like some big losses, couple more of these, then yeah, surely he's.
Well, losing two strikers, and then not replacing them, I think it would be a little hard done by if he was to go.
Yeah, the only thing with those strikers is they've both come out and said that the problem was Tuchel, so it's not a good look on him.
Well, I mean, I think we all know Lukaku didn't like Tuchel after what he said about what he said to
called him Daddy, Conte
Daddy, yeah.
There's the Daddy. So, yeah, he wouldn't like that.
Love that.
And even Werner came out and said that the fun was just gone in the team. So, but they shouldn't be there to have fun. So,
yeah, I mean, you just get paid to do a job.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is typical Chelsea. We'll see. They could come around next week and do a good game. I'm just annoyed. Like they looked great last week against Tottenham, and they gave us high hopes, and then they come out this week against Leeds, and it's just poor. So only time will tell. We'll see if we've still got a week left in the transfer market. So surely, I think someone is definitely going to come in before then. We'll see who it is. What was that? Aubameyang, yeah, maybe we'll talk about the transfers after we do our reviews. But yeah, he's a possible one.
It's alright, mate. I'll let you go first. I'm happy. I've already waited a couple of days. I can wait a little bit longer. I want to hear what you have to say.
Look at the smirk on Christian.
Garbage is what I got to say, mate.
Mr. 9-0.
I mean, I'm embarrassed. You know,
Can you make that bigger, Chris?
I mean, it was such an embarrassing performance. We look so bad. Like in every single department, we just look horrible. Centre backs, garbage. Don't know why they played Joe Gomez over Kanate or Matip, but
is Matip still injured?
Not that I know of.
Because
even Kanate, I just feel like they just signed like this long ass deal for Joe Gomez, and I don't think he's the future. He's just absolutely.
Actually, like Gomez in fullback, so maybe we might have to put him in there for Trent if they need a defensive.
Yeah, he's definitely a better fullback than he is a centre back, and it showed. But that was the least of our problem. Midfield, far out. They're all old enough to be my father. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to Liverpool's defense, they don't really have a defense at the moment. But to Liverpool's defense, the injuries don't help. So that's a major.
We do have a lot, but it's
the midfield.
Still no excuse. I've never. Christian can vouch. I haven't used that as a single excuse. You know, the injuries are not the issue. Even when we had injuries, you know, we'll play in midfield as a centre back and we're still winning games.
Yeah.
But now we're only missing, or not only, we're missing a lot, but not enough to lose to United. To be fair, no offense.
Well, we're talking about
they play really well, but
yeah,
we still shouldn't lose to United, who lost 4-0 to Brentford.
I mean, like I was going to mention, we seen that Firmino came into the team before kickoff, and we're like, oh yeah, that's all right. At least that's an addition. Man, he's been shocking this season.
He was on the field?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's
far, he did nothing. He's past his time.
Yeah,
as well. Like
I think he's past his time for the past 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Well, I think he was gonna go out. He was gonna leave Liverpool this season, I think, but I think they decided to keep him for one more year just to let Nunes
Darwin.
Yeah, just to get him to gel into the team.
Yeah,
he's been shocking.
But we had no other options. So what are we gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not take away anything from United, man. They played great
good.
This game. It did not look like Manchester United. We're sitting there watching this game going, who the heck is this team? This is not Manchester United that we've seen in the last 12 months or so.
I was worried at the start because I remember last year when we got smacked 4-0 by them. We started off well.
And 5-0.
I'm talking about the first game at Old Trafford.
Oh yeah, 4-0.
No, yeah, I remember we started that game pretty well. I think Bruno and Ronaldo had a chance early on, and it just gave me flashbacks of that, and I didn't want to get too excited at first. But I couldn't believe
it. It looked like winning it from the first 5 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we looked up for it, and I said on the podcast last week, I hope they can be up for it, and boy, were they up for it. Yeah. Varane and Martinez.
Yeah, I was
the answer.
I was going to ask you, what do you think the difference was between the United we've seen on Tuesday and the United we've been seeing all season?
Well, the thing is, look,
Martial comes in the team and sparks them up.
I was saying to Brady today because we didn't think he was going to be on today, so I had a quick chat to him after work. I was saying United play better when the other team are the ones that hold the ball and have possession of the ball because we like to counter attack. So I feel like we'll play better against the City or Liverpool. We'll look better against those teams.
Usually do, yeah.
Yeah, because that's we counter attack.
Well, that's what I said I was scared of too. Is that we play so high and how you play. That I honestly, I've seen it coming from Milo. That's why I was worried about the game.
Oh, well, you did say 9-0, so we'll say you saw it coming.
That was just for the aggregate from last year. I was just adding on.
But
I did expect to win, but I was worried at the same time.
Again, yeah, that's why I saw that that's why I knew we would struggle against Brentford last week, just because how they play. If we had the ball, they were just going to press us, and we were going to struggle. So I knew. I think that's why we did really well on Tuesday morning, because we can play good counter-attacking football. That's what this team has done for the past couple of years.
Yeah. I was gonna say I've even noticed. I watched an analysis of the United team, and it sounds weird to defend Fred a little bit, but when he holds the ball in the midfield, he doesn't really have the options for the passes, so it actually does make him look bad because he's looking for options. You just watch the United wingers; they just want to push forward, so they're just waiting for a long through ball, and that's just the way United have been playing lately. So, I guess that's where you're right, where United actually strong on the counter attack because they love to push forward like that instead of playing the ball up the field. They just want to kick it up the field. So, they played to their strength in this game, and they played well.
Yeah, we played. Look, Martinez and Varane, I can't Martinez especially. I was excited about him when he first signed. I know there was all the jokes about him being sure that he'd up, but he's just a dog. He's just a dog. I reckon he'll get a couple of red cards because it will cost him this season. I reckon he'll definitely get one for us this season. I reckon. But no, he's just what we needed. Someone with passion. I haven't seen passion like that from a United player since Ender Herrera. And you saw him at full time. He dropped to his knees and started splashing on the ground. You see how much it meant to him. And Varane and Martinez hadn't played they hadn't played that much together. I think not at all. Actually, I think this was the first time they were playing together.
At all, I don't think.
And they looked like they had played together for the past 10 years. They were going.
He looked way better than Varane, to be honest.
Yeah, he killed it.
Varane didn't look that great. He looked like he did the job, but not as good as he's hyped. Martinez just outshone him like it was nothing.
Yeah. Varane's still solid, and he has that presence. It's kind of like a Van Dijk, I guess. Having him in your team is just a good presence. It's better if you're playing next to Varane. You'd rather play next to Varane than having someone like Maguire. So just having that presence next to you,
still the better option.
Just helps a lot in the team.
It's just good that because I read an article about it that it's good that Martinez took the role as the main centre back. And Varane being the support, because that's not all Varane's good for, but he's a better supporting centre back than the main man, and he showed it. The same as at Madrid, he was always behind Ramos, just chilling. Well, not just chilling, but he played that secondary role, which was good.
But overall, with the performance, I think I really believe we should have won by more. Alenga hitting the post early on, I think before the Sancho goal. The Eriksen free kick, that fair play Alisson got to just by his fingertips was a pretty good save. Yeah. And then I think Rashford's 2 chances was the one where he just skied it just a little bit over the crossbar.
A little bit?
That wasn't that
miles over.
I don't know. I think... I was going to get...
Yeah, I was going to get him on the podcast, but he doesn't meet the criteria of staying on side. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, as they say.
I think Klopp would have to disagree with you, Christian. Apparently, Liverpool deserve that win. I don't know what game he was watching, but yeah.
It wasn't the reason he lost. It was the clock ran down, mate.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. They do take it out of context and they make him sound worse than what he is. But he's got some excuses, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, like the last week one, they take out of context and make him the worst person. But like the stuff shouldn't even come out of his mouth, and he just says some dumb things.
Yeah. I think we could talk about this game forever, but we'll probably we'll probably have to move on.
Please.
We'll move on with the transfer news.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Let's start talking about United's transfer news. Casemiro coming in, confirmed, done a deal worth 70 million. I think it's 60 million transfer fee with 10 million add-ons.
Yep.
Thoughts on that signing?
Yeah, I'm excited. It came out of nowhere, and it's a bit weird that we were going after Rabiot so much, and then out of nowhere, within 2 days, we signed Casemiro. I'm glad we got him. I posted on my socials, like, please don't let this fall through. And then the next morning, he had signed. But yeah, look, big signing. One of the best centre defensive mids in the world at our club. 4 or 5-time UCL when I was Real Madrid. I think he's going to be a great addition to the squad. We were crying out for a number 6 for years. I wish we would have got him when we had Paul Pogba. So imagine Casemiro, Pogba, Bruno midfield. That would have been ridiculous. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with the signing. I'm excited to see him play. What he was saying in the media prior, saying that he wished he could suit up for the game against Liverpool, and yeah, he seems excited to join the club. And
he did suit up. Look at him.
But
no, I'm very excited to see Casemiro in the midfield this weekend against Southampton.
Yeah, it's a great signing. I don't like it at all. So we'll see how he goes. Anthony rumours, a bit of 80 million rejected, but Anthony only wants United. Apparently, he's put in his transfer request to leave.
Yeah, that's correct.
He could go up to 90 million. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, he has put in his transfer request to leave. He didn't play on the weekend for Ajax either on Saturday night, I believe, over here. Yeah, look, 80 mil's a lot. I reckon if we're going to put that much into him, United must really want him, and I reckon he'll be starting. Because we'll probably see Rashford move converted towards striker position, him and Martial fighting for that striker position, and you'll probably see Sancho on the left and Anthony on the right. If we do go for him,
I actually liked Rashford. Rashford looks so much more better in striker. So
yeah, well, I said it to you guys off the podcast, but saying that I didn't really rate Rashford as the number 9 rather than on the wing.
Yeah,
but he's made me eat my words. So
yeah, no, he was great. He was more involved. I didn't really like it. He seems lazy when he's out on the wing, but. Yeah, being the number 9, he looked great. Yeah, so it'd be a great signing, but yeah, 80 million is a lot of money. It is more of a Ten Hag signing.
That's what I'm thinking. If they're gonna push for that 90 mil or even 100 mil, I reckon they're gonna be starting him. We wouldn't pay that much for a bench player.
Yeah. And Kevin Trapp, that's a nothing deal. He's staying at Frankfurt, so yeah. No goalkeepers as of yet. Are you happy with De Gea staying as your goalkeeper for the season, or do you want?
Yeah, well, he made a lot of good stops on the weekend. I'll always back De Gea, 2-time player of the year for us.
Yeah,
I'll always back him to the hill. It's just playing out with his feet, which we saw. If we go back to the Liverpool United game, we saw him didn't do much. I think he must have been instructed by Ten Hag. If the ball comes to you, just bomb it upfield. Just get it out. Yeah, and I think
someone told Mendy that. Yeah. One that we didn't add to the list was Dubravka from Newcastle as well. So I think I don't know if that was a loan deal or a transfer deal, but he would probably just be a backup keeper anyways.
Yeah, it would just be a backup.
Yeah, we'll move on to the Chelsea transfer news. A bit going on here. I actually didn't think there was much going on, but then when I actually looked into it, there was a fair bit. We'll start with the outgoings and rumours. Hudson-Odoi, loan move to Bayer Leverkusen, looking like a done deal. So I'm actually pretty happy with that loan move. I don't want to sell Hudson-Odoi, but he does need the game time. He's still only 21 years old. He needs more game time to improve.
He's did the game time for about 3 years now.
For sure. He's on big wages too for like a youngster. I think he's on like 150k a week. So. Yeah, it's being wasted just sitting on the bench. I know Tuchel loves him because he's a very versatile player and he is great. But yeah, I'd love to see him go out on loan, see what he can do with a full season under his belt, and hopefully he can come back. a better player. Ziyech, talks of him moving back to Ajax on loan. So I think this will go through if the Anthony transfer to United goes through. So I think Ajax is seeing what's happening there. If they get the money they want for Anthony, they'll take Ziyech back on loan. Trevor Chalobah, loan move. Only rumours so far. AC Milan, Inter, and Leipzig all interested. And Emerson Palmieri, permanent move to West Ham for a deal worth 15 million. So nothing huge loss there. We've got a lot of left backs now at our club with Cucurella coming in. Lonzo's still there. Wondering what's happening with him in Barcelona. So that's a good deal for us and a good deal for West Ham. Palmieri, he was a great player for us for a little while there. We were under Sarri. He was getting a bit of game time, and even under Lampard early on in the season, he did all right. So sad to see him go, but it's probably a transfer that needed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
With incomings, man, I haven't really been happy with all these rumors. Starting off with Anthony Gordon, 60 million. What the? I don't think anyone understands this transfer. Like, I don't know what Chelsea see. Like 60 million. I'd be like, I wouldn't be too upset if Anthony Gordon. He seems like a great player, but 60 million, really? Like, we're loaning out Hudson-Odoi, and you guys want to spend 60 million on Anthony Gordon. I just don't understand that. So yeah, I hope that one falls through, but we'll see what happens there. There must be something about Anthony Gordon that Chelsea want. Fofana, still number one priority signing. Chelsea do need that centre back. Transfer fee of 70 million last week was rejected. Chelsea bumped it up to 80 million and it was still rejected. Fofana, sounds like he wants Chelsea. He didn't actually play for Leicester this weekend and in the midweek game. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's putting his transfer request or not. So we'll see what happens there. There was a rumor of Tabsoba is a possible transfer target if the Fofana deal seems to fail. So that's not a bad option. Chelsea and Barcelona in contact again over Aubameyang transfer. At first, I was, I don't know. When I heard the Aubameyang transfer, I was like, oh, no, not really. He's like 33-year-old. I think Barca want 30 million, which is a bit much. So I think there's a bit of negotiations going on there. You know, I would be happy if we brought Aubameyang in. I think
it'd be a great signing.
I think we do need that. Havertz, like, as much as I love him, he's just not our number 9 option. I don't know if you could play him anywhere else, but Sterling is not the number 9 option too. I think giving Aubameyang a go would actually be a class signing. So 30 million for a player of his age is a bit worrying, but I wouldn't be too upset if we signed him. Chelsea interested in AC Milan youngster Rafael Leao. I don't think this is happening. He's got a release clause of 150 million, so I think this one is just article filler. And Harry Maguire, thank the Lord, wants to stay at United. Yeah, he wants to stay at United and fight for his spot. So we'll see what happens. If we signed Harry Maguire,
I feel like it's shine, eh?
I feel like he'd do good in a back three.
In a back three, he does all right in the back three for England. So Tuchel might bring out his best. You never know, but yeah, he wants to stay at United, so we could have dodged a bullet. So we'll see what happens.
Oh look, I'm fine. To be honest, if he can sit on the bench all he wants, he can come in for a little bit, do the cup games, whatever. Have fun sitting on the bench, mate.
That's your captain. Have some respect.
Yeah, he's starting this weekend, 100%.
I reckon the funny thing is, I said that to you. I reckon he will start this weekend.
And other transfers around the EPL, Swedish striker Alexander Isak in a transfer of 70 million euros to Newcastle. So Newcastle going in big for
they got the
striker
money
at the club. So yeah, I think that's a good signing. Yeah. I don't think Newcastle really desperate for a striker, but if an injury happens to Wilson, Isak's a great option. 70 million is a lot of money, but Newcastle's got the money, so
yeah, monopoly money.
And other rumors and loans and stuff. These are all outgoing, so nothing really to discuss too much. But Dele Alli to Besiktas with option to buy. Pepe ready to reduce his salary to make him move to Nice, and Pedro Neto being a target for Arsenal. So that one's actually in the EPL. but nothing's really been discussed other than that. So, lot to talk about. We'll see where that only a week to go left in the transfer, so we'll see what happens.
It's going to be an interesting last day, the final day.
For sure. And same for game week 4. Let's go.
All right, let's get it up here.
Oh, you've got predictions too.
Got our predictions. Got the fixtures on the left. Yeah, so it was kicking off on Saturday night. We potentially may be doing a live stream for the Man United vs Southampton game. So come over if you want to see me rage, happy, crying.
I'll be through. Hey, mate, you got him for a 2-1 win.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I can see Brody has him for a 2-or draw. So yeah, it could go. I just have a feeling we're going to go back to normal.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask. The title of our episode is like, will Man United keep this form going after that win against Liverpool? What are your thoughts?
I think if we can
keep United to keep going,
keep the same back one, bring Casemiro in instead of McTominay. Have Casemiro for maybe Eriksen. I didn't think at the start of the season you could play Eriksen and Fred at the same time in the pitch together.
Eriksen and Bruno.
So, yeah, Eriksen and Bruno. Sorry, yeah. I didn't think you could play them on the pitch at the same time because it's a very similar play, but they're playing really well together. They played well.
Yeah, if you played them as two 8s or even like 2 10s, whatever, how it depends on or 1 and 8, 1 and 10. Yeah, I can see it working. So it's great attack if you're versing like small clubs trying to push for goals. It's not a bad option to have.
But me personally, I would have Casemiro, Fred, and Bruno in the midfield, and then bring off Eriksen off the bench, and just keep the same front three. Or maybe push Rashford to the wing and have Martial up front, or keep Alenga. But yeah,
so Ronaldo stays on the bench for you.
At the minute, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's going to leave. I have a feeling he's going to leave now.
Well, his interview comes out pretty soon, so we'll see what he has to say.
I was pretty adamant that he was going to stay, but the timing when he said his interview is after the transfer window. I don't know. I just have a feeling he's going to leave and do that interview, and then I don't know. But anyway,
has he already done the interview and it's just being aired in a week's time, or
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a live interview or if it's
because that's what happened with the Lukaku. He done his prior to him scoring 3 goals for Chelsea, and then he looked on form, and then the interview came out, even though it was pre-recorded, and season went down the drain.
Well, I hope it's after the Brentford game, because I don't want to see how he reacts to that. That 4-0 loss. But anyway, 2-1 win for us. You got 1-0.
I got 1-0.
Move on to the
Southampton haven't been that great, so I can see United winning this game. Like I said, I kind of agree with you. I think United will get a bit of form from that win coming off the high, but I still don't think it was enough for them to continue throughout the season. So they'll get the win, but not convincing.
I think it'll be a close game. Away from home as well. Yeah.
Brentford, Everton. Let's get Brody's opinion on this one because he's the only one that's backed Everton here. Me and Christian got the same score on 2-0. Everton, you're a Liverpool supporter. You can't say that.
No, I don't know. I was looking at it and I don't know. I just started to feel confident about Everton. I feel like they're going to find some form here after that. After last week's performance, wasn't great, but it's better from them. I think this is where they turn around. And Brentford, over there.
Ipswich was Barnsley.
Yeah.
He's got another 6-0.
Go another 3-0 win for Ipswich. They're top of the table, undefeated, doing well. The boys up to town.
Gonna get the gold trophy. Going all season undefeated. Everton, Brentford. Your thoughts, Christian?
Yeah, look, I think Brentford is going to be too good for Everton, especially at home. The way they've been playing this season, the pressing football that they've been playing, the very attacking football that they've been playing, they've proved a lot of people wrong. I obviously had them in relegation for this season, and they've been killing it. I can see them. I think you agree with me because you got the same score, and I think they'll be a dominant 2-0 win.
Yep, exactly, word for word. I had him in a relegation battle, not in a relegation zone, but in the battle. But everything you said is exactly my thought.
All right, Brighton Leeds. I've gone 2-2. Chris has gone 1-1, and Brady's gone for Leeds to win. So you reckon Leeds will continue that winning form that they're in?
Yeah, Rodriguez scoring double.
loving his Rodrigo.
He's been looking too good, eh? He looks so good. He could have scored more than once against Chelsea. Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, Leeds looked incredible. I can't say anything because they did demolish my team. But so have Brighton. And I think Brighton at home, they just defensively, they just look like a masterclass team. So even though Leeds are great going forward, it's pretty much attack versus defense in this game. So I've gone in the middle with a 1-1 draw. So I think Leeds will be good enough to get a goal, but Brighton will hold them out to only a goal and snatch one themselves.
All right, move on to your team now. Chelsea versus Leicester.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I can't read Chelsea, so I don't know what's going on. Like, they're my team. I watch them day in, day out, but I don't know what's going on. The only thing that's favoring me is that Leicester are just as bad as us. So it's a battle of two like off-form teams. So at home, I've backed us to just scrape the win with a 2-1.
Yeah, I've gone the same. Victory. Very close win. 1-0 for me. But Brody, you should get Brody's optimism. 3-0.
But he does this every week. He said 3-0 last week, I think.
Nah, I only picked 1-0, I think, or 2-0 in that one. Nah, Leicester suck, man. They're so bad. Like, I'll be surprised if you don't win 3-0. Man, you could play whatever. I can't remember his name. Men, they put him right back. You could play him as striker. He's got a hat-trick. That's the one. I kept thinking Hudson-Odoi, but I know it wasn't Hudson-Odoi. I just know he had 2 last names.
Yeah. I don't know, we're capable of it, but it's just, we could win 3-0 and we could also lose 3-0. So, yeah, it's hard to read.
Hear that.
All right, move on to Brody's team now. He's less optimistic than us, which is funny enough about his own team. He's only gone for a 3-1, while me and Chris have gone for 3-0.
We suck. There's no other way to put it. Like,
Isn't Johnson back?
No, there is talks. There is talks, but I don't think they'll play him. Not against Bournemouth. They'll wait till next week, but I just think it depends if we play the same 3 in the midfield. I honestly would not be surprised if we don't win again. There's just nothing happening. They just don't do anything.
No, you
guys are too old and too slow. And
yeah, but you're versing Bournemouth. You're not versing like a top 6 club again. Well. Yeah,
it should be comfortable.
It doesn't matter. Should have been comfortable last week. No offense. It should have been though.
Debatable, yeah. But nah, yeah. 3-0 win. Christian's got the same too. So we're kind of on par here. So it's looking good. Yeah, I think Liverpool will be too strong.
I know I said that because I feel like Trent's gonna get fucking run past again.
I hope so.
He just looks out of form, and
Liverpool due for a clean sheet, so I'm backing them to get the clean sheet.
Yeah. All right, City vs Palace. Other team that dropped points over the last weekend.
Chris, hello.
Palace they've been looking all right this season, so I don't know. I can see him getting a counter attack.
Yeah, I feel like I was thinking the exact same thing. Zaha down the wing, just this ball that comes out of nowhere.
Like last week, St. Maximin just ran circles around Kyle Walker, which you don't really see much. I guess Kyle Walker is aging, so yeah, I guess you could say he's slowing down. But I think Zaha will do the same little counter attack. But I think up top, City will probably be too strong for Crystal Palace, and yeah, we all got them. We all got City scoring 4 goals. So
yeah, when I put it in, I had 4-0, and then I thought of Zaha, and I instantly changed to 4-1.
Yeah. Okay.
I just felt that one counter attack.
Arsenal Fulham.
Yeah, me and Brody in sync this time, 3-1. You've gone for a 2-0 win, Chris. I think it's just going to be a dominant performance from Arsenal again. I can see Mitra scoring.
That's why I put the 1.
Yeah.
And Mendes got 2 bloody dunks already in 3 weeks of football, so I think he could do it again.
But no, I think, Arsenal just look unstoppable this season, which is weird to say. I'm just waiting for this loss to come that should have.
Well, they haven't really. They have. They
haven't missed anyone really
good, stuff, but not a top 6 side. So we'll see how they go. I think they will.
Too.
Yeah, I think they're better. They're a better team than United, Chelsea, Liverpool at the moment. And if they did come across us, they'd probably get the 3 points. But they've had a pretty easy run compared to other teams. So we'll see if they can keep it up.
Especially against Liverpool. We've had a hard run. Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's all right, man. It's all right. United look at that going up from here.
Christian, how do you deal with this sort of pain?
All right, Aston Villa versus West Ham. You guys both gone for a 1-0 win for West Ham, and I've gone 1-1.
2 weeks in a row, we got 2 of the same. We got 3 of the same this week.
Yeah, I know West Ham have been horrible. So Villa, West Ham surely are due for a win. I know they got the away game, but yeah, Villa. I don't know. Villa they look so poor. I think this is West Ham's chance to get the win, and then this is just more reason for Gerrard to be on the chopping block.
No, I've gone for a 1-1 because I think Villa have quality in their side. They got to turn up eventually, Villa, and I know West Ham do as well. But yeah, because I backed Villa to have a pretty good season this year, and they just haven't done it with the players they brought in. Diego Carlos, obviously they make Coutinho permanent. Danny Ings looked alright at the start of the season. This season, I just don't know what's going on. They obviously got Matty Cash as well, Digne. I just don't know what's going on at Villa.
I forgot to mention in the review, what are your thoughts on West Ham's new centre-back signing, Kera, with his debut, giving a penalty away?
Yeah, that was... I wasn't watching I was watching the Chelsea-Leeds game.
I forgot to mention it.
But yeah, that was...
So West Ham themselves have been looking pretty poor in the back, so yeah, 1-1 draw's possible. But yeah, I'm going to back West Ham to finally...
Yeah, finally hit some form.
Yeah.
All right, Wolves Newcastle.
Oh, me and Christian get the same here. Yeah, still not impressed by Wolves. They did all right against Tottenham, but I think that was more because Tottenham weren't that great themselves. So I think Tottenham kind of allowed them to have a bit of the ball.
Yeah.
But yeah, they still look like they're lacking in attack. I just can't even see them scoring a goal. And with Newcastle's great defensive record since Christmas last year, they've just they look too strong in the back line, especially for a Wolves team. I can't see them scoring. Yeah. So I'm going with Newcastle having a comfortable 2-0 win.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Brady?
I feel like they're going to stack Sean A.
Close your eyes and pick the score.
No, like I picked a clean sheet like you guys, and then like I don't know, I always get this train of thought, same as with the City one, where I just think of a counter attack, and I'm like, you know what, I see it in them. So then because they played very well last week. I don't feel like they deserve to lose. Well, not to lose, but they deserve to draw at least. They played so good last week, in my opinion, the first half especially. And they might get their first goal in the first half.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You might be right because I finally traded out Neto, so
he'll score. Yeah.
We'll see. Moving on. Last game of the of Game Week 4, Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham.
We all went to now.
Yeah.
Oh, we all got the same result. Oh, sweet.
Well, that's easy.
Take us away.
Do we all talk in time? I mean,
together we're all in Christian, take it away, man.
No, I just think Spurs are going to continue their form. I did say last week I think Nottingham are going to be that team that do well at home, which I think will be the same again this week. But I think the quality of Spurs is just going to be too much for them, and I think they'll get the job done. Spurs 2-0.
Yeah, agreed.
Not much to argue. We all picked the exact same score.
All right, that's it.
Let's move on. Might as well throw some fantasy talk in here. I kind of don't want to talk about this either because I had a shocker. Couldn't even beat the average.
Yeah, we can see Brody smacked Chris.
You guys had the same score.
Yeah.
Totally
didn't even notice.
We're in sync. In sync everywhere.
Yeah, I had a shocker.
We're rolling.
I'm still adjusting to the rules of this game. I wanted to bring in Perisic, but didn't realize how early lockout was. And I didn't know.
Yeah, it's at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and I didn't know you could reverse trade. So I'm so used to NRL fantasy that you can reverse trades and stuff. Once you lock in a trade, it's done. So I brought in Cucurella. Oh man, that was a shocking idea. My backline did horrible for me. I've invested so much money into my backline. So whose team is this? This is Christian's.
Yeah, it's in mine for the weekend.
Yeah, I invested so much money into my team, into my backline. I had Reece James, Cancelo. They all got 0 points. So I had a shocker. I had Nico Williams as well, 0 points. So yeah, not good. So hopefully you can move up from here. But I've crashed this week.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed because this is, I think, the second week in a row because I had Pope on the bench last week and he had more points than Ramsdale. And now this week, Skamaka, I'm not going to play him anymore because he's coming off the bench with like 10 minutes left and he's not getting any points. Wilson goes and scores, and I said last week's podcast I was contemplating putting Wilson in because he might notch a goal against City, and he did.
That's where I went wrong too. I traded out Trippier for Cucurella, thinking, Newcastle aren't going to score or they're going to concede to City, and they did, but I did not expect Trippier to score a beautiful free kick like that. So
yeah,
I traded out 7 points for 1.
And then I had Rashford on the bench, obviously, for obvious reasons. I had a 3-0 loss for us, so I didn't think he was going to do anything. Goes and scores a goal.
I still thought you would have played Rashford over Bailey. I didn't think. I know Coutinho's injured and stuff, so they might have reverted back to their original position. And Bailey did start.
I think he got an assist that game.
A big call to play Bailey that game. It was a big risk, but I guess it was a good call because he ended up starting.
So not bad. Move on to your boys' teams. Bring them both up. I will show yours first, Chris, because you're just talking about them, so we can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's that beautiful backline, big money. Total 3 points. Oh man, shocking. And I'm pretty sure like everyone in my backline was getting yellow cards too. So giving the goalkeeper 1 point. I had Salah as captain, but with all this shit talking with United protesting, it was like, I'm just gonna play it safe and go with Jesus captain. So that was another regret because Martinelli had scored Jesus. I was gonna trade out Neto. I really wanted to bring in Perisic, but got done by the lockout time. So Neto stayed on the bench. I put him on the bench over Nico Williams. I actually thought Nico Williams was going to outscore him this week, but clearly not.
You and me both, mate.
It was just shocking. There was, all around. There wasn't really much I could do, so not good.
All right, move on to Brody's team. He scored the exact same amount of points as me.
Yep. I mean,
I think I'm.
Thanks, mate. Well, I did the same as you. I
had 5 at the back, and we scored the same amount of points. So in the back line, so
it wasn't pretty. I picked Williams over Trippier. What a L move that one was. Had him on the bench, and that was a bit of a regret. Master stroke bringing in Rodrigo this week.
Yeah,
I think he's still going to continue the same form, so I'm definitely great. I've already made my trade for this week too. But
have you made any changes to this team? Because this team actually looks good going into next week.
Yeah, I got rid of. I actually got rid of Trippier.
You traded out Trippier? Oh,
I got Paris. That's to pull the trigger. The longer I wait, the more expensive he's going to get.
Yep. Great trade. So for Nico Williams.
Only if you had him in from the start, mate, like me.
Well, there was talks he wasn't even going to play.
Well, he's on the bench, but for him to come off the bench and get assist. So he's doing great. I'm still scared to jump on the Perisic train because now that midweek games are coming up, I wonder how rotation will go. So I don't know if I'll bring him in. So we'll see what happens there. But I do need to strengthen somewhere in that back line, especially if Cucurella gets moved to centre back.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. All right, that's it with FPL talk. Let's finish the show with some onside offsides. Christian, you got some for us?
Yeah, I got 3. Got 2 football-related ones and 1 personal for once. I want to try and implement some personal so the audience can get to know us if they don't already.
Well, if anyone's in chat, please feel free to join in. We'd love to hear some feedback, especially with these onside offsides.
All right, we'll start with the football ones. I'll leave the personal one for last. And we'll go with... I'll do the second one first. I'll leave the other one. Arsenal can push for the title this season.
Offside.
For the title. I'm going to say offside. They can push for it, but...
They won't.
Nah.
Yeah, I can't see it. They look good, and they'll beat, majority of the table. I still think the top 6 will beat them.
I feel like Europa League should be their target this season. Get that European trophy.
That was my bold prediction, mate, that they're going to win Europa League. And I still back it. I think they will.
Surely they focus on that a bit, and I think that will be a bit of a distraction too in their Premier League race. So they're looking like a top 4 team easy. So we'll see where they go from here. But I'm still backing it. They're proving me wrong week in, week out, but I just feel like collapse. Typical Arsenal collapse somewhere in the season.
Yeah. Me personally, I've gone offside as well. I think they'll comfortably finish in the top 4, I reckon. But they're good for a poor period of form. And like I said earlier, I think I'm just waiting for that to happen. It hasn't happened yet. But yeah.
Please come, please.
Hear
Still
that?
waiting.
Second one. Liverpool finished outside the top 4.
Offside.
Offside. I think they'll still script the 4. They've had a shocking start to the season, but
It's still 35
it's still
games
Liverpool.
to go.
It's the same. Like they've lost Mane. Brody says losing Mane hasn't really affected Liverpool that much. I think it has a fair bit, clearly, with the injuries and suspensions they've had.
Yeah.
But it's still the Liverpool team that made the Champions League finals. It was a Liverpool team that won 2 minor trophies last season. They're still a great squad.
What do you mean minor?
I said they're pretty
Way
better.
bigger than the Champions League, mate.
Yeah, still to make the Champions League final and to breathe down City's neck last season, like it's still a great Liverpool team, and they'll find their form.
Once we get Thiago back, I think Thiago's missing key.
It's injuries all around. That's the
injuries in general.
We said this preseason that if injuries did affect Liverpool, it would hurt them. I think that's why Christian had Tottenham in second place. And it's
I didn't think we'd have this many that quickly.
This early on.
Once,
if it was 1 or 2, we'd be fine. Yeah, backed us to be fine, but not like the 10 that we have sitting in the hospital.
Shout out to Tim. He got his top fan badge today from our channel.
Beautiful.
So he's, flexing that in the chat. Your thoughts, Christian?
Yeah, I think they'll finish in the top 4. I don't reckon it'll be comfortably if we're going. I know it's only 3 games in. I think they're going to be having to push for the top 4 now, maybe finish 3rd or 4th. But yeah, there was that thing that I saw that Klopp's 7th season's curse. In his first managerial job with Mainz, he got them relegated in his 7th season with Dortmund, if you remember. If you remember his last season at Dortmund, he was in a relegation battle for the first half of the season. They did end up finishing 7th because they went on like a massive win streak, and if they had performed like that over the whole course of the season, they would have won the title by a long shot. But he only kept it for the second half of the season and finished 7th. And now we're in his 7th season at Liverpool, and he's yet to win a game.
Early days,
That's
mate.
it.
Early days.
I like that. I wish our Brady was here for the questions you had last week.
Yeah. Well, which one was the?
You had one where do you think Liverpool will win the title in the next 30 years or something like that? Or
no, he was there for that, wasn't he? Were you there?
Nah, he walked out.
Week.
Yeah,
he had to jump off.
Yeah. No, actually, we'll get that now. Will Liverpool win the title in the next 30 years, Brody?
I reckon we will. I don't think we'll win a lot, but I think we'll win definitely in 30 years.
I said you'll win
100%.
something in the first 5 years, but after that, it's just decline.
It just depends. It really depends, eh? Like, we don't really have a lot of good youngsters. You know what I mean? The good is Harvey Elliott, and bit average.
All right.
We looked all right before his leg break.
He looked good, prior to that, but since coming back, he just looks meh.
He still looks alright, but nothing
to write home
world
about.
class, yeah.
All right. Final one. We're all gamers here, and we've both played both games together. So I've got Call of Duty is better than FIFA. Better to play, not actual gameplay and that. Better just to play. You turn it on, get on with the boys. What would you rather be playing?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is tough. Really depends. Depends on a lot of things.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna say onside. FIFA can get a little bit repetitive after a while. What is COD? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough one. I'll say onside.
It depends what the COD is. To be honest.
All right. What about just Warzone?
So see, that makes FIFA sound boring because you could say it depends what FIFA it is, but they're all the same game.
Yeah. True. Nah, onside. I'd say onside too.
Yeah. I want to say onside.
Serious hours.
I'm saying onside just because, for the pure fact, I've been playing FIFA for 04. I think was the first one I can remember playing. And it just, you boys know how many controls are broken playing FIFA. So
I still don't know how you do that.
But with COD, like, even though I suck at it, I'm just chill. I can play it.
Yeah, it's more fun. Yeah. Less rage.
I get too competitive with FIFA.
Is that it? Does that conclude onside offside?
Yeah, that was the 3 questions. Or 3.5 questions.
Awesome. Good. I was hoping you weren't going to bring anything political.
No politics in here.
Yeah.
We don't need no politics in here.
No, only fun
Right.
personal stuff.
Before we end the show, got a little announcement. Yeah, we've got some feedback from some people that watch our channel.
Yeah, so next week we'll be doing 2 episodes a week, starting Tuesday at 7:30.
Two episodes.
So we'll be doing Tuesday 7:30 and Thursday 7:30. We just felt that and we got the feedback as well that the podcasts were going for a little bit too long. So we'll try and break it up. Maybe do 2 half-an-hour podcasts a week instead of 1 long one. We did try to cut this one down a little bit shorter. Which we've done well. We've only just hit an hour now, so we're finished. So, but yeah,
I feel like the reviews we leave them too late too, so it's better to get them early in the week where it's nice and fresh. I mean, we can all talk about it.
And does help with Champions League coming up. Obviously, Champions League draw is on tomorrow morning. It'll help with fitting in that to the episode as well.
Yeah, can't wait to see who United get.
What do you mean? We're going to be undefeated in the Champions League this year.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, awesome. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. We'll probably have a surprise stream this Saturday for the United Southampton game. So be sure to stick around. A little sneak peek at the thumbnail. So guess we'll see you then.
All right,
easy.
See you guys later. Stay on side.
If it gets old.
Yeah, Rashford.